So this is Jameel RaSan interview series. Today we have Shawn Tuck. Shawn Tuck, tell them where you're from and how long you've been doing this, man.
So, my name is Shawn Tuck. From Orange County, California, Laguna Hills to be exact. I've been doing this for about, time's flying. I say like 9, 10 years now, but actually like really putting stuff out probably in the last like 2 years.
Okay, so what got you started?
I mean, it was just something I feel like that was like in my blood because I grew up playing sports, so music wasn't really in the forefront like that. And
Okay.
then, I got to college. We'd be at parties and we'd start freestyling and stuff, and people would start to notice I was pretty good. And I kind of got a gist of what I'm good at, per se.
Okay.
And football wasn't really panning out like I thought it would. So this is at college, by the way, but I just figured I'd kind of just step away and dig deep into music, and it's kind of been working out for me.
What position were you playing when you were playing football, bro?
I was a corner and punt returner and kick
Okay.
returner too.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. So you're a speedy guy.
yeah, 4-4.
Okay. 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 So you said music's kind of in your blood. Can you talk about that a little bit? Talk about I know where you're from, but people might not
Yeah.
know where you're from. So tell the people where you're from and like what influenced you into or what music in your blood means to you.
Well, like I said, I'm from Orange County. And I started with my grandpa. He's a professional bass player for jazz. So,
Okay.
always being in that environment, always watching him, practice and stuff. I feel like it was just kind of like embedded in me. And then, my mom, she sung in a gospel group with your dad. And I believe your mom too. Yeah, but both your parents. And, so we was always at the choir rehearsals and just always being around, being little kids running around, and just being in that environment. I just really feel like kind of had no choice.
So as you started getting into music, I guess you said you started off writing first, and then you just started moving into recording recently, or were you recording the whole time?
I was pretty much recording the whole time. Well, I said I was like just freestyling, just over beats for about a
Okay.
year, and then I actually hit up my boy Adam, and 49 Keys what he goes by, and he was like the first person to record me. Mind you, I'm super shy, so
Mhm.
you know that was like the hardest thing for me to overcome, which is actually having people record me because I was I'm like a closet singer, so I like to say so. The whole singing thing,
Yeah, I
it's
can't
all
have nobody
me.
else in the studio when I'm recording. It's got to be me and the engineer, and that's about it because I'm too shy. So I
Yeah,
understand that.
yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm starting to actually grow though. So
So when you were recording earlier music, I noticed that you have some songs with some features and stuff like that. What was the thinking behind doing the features earlier in your career, and um, how did they teach you how to be um, the artist that you are now?
well, it started. People actually approach me, so because I've rarely been like, oh, hop on this or anything. But one of my friends, he goes by Keys, or I'm just Cause. He actually wanted to do like a tape, and that's where like majority of those features are that you hear like from earlier and back in the day. But it's funny because the style that you hear from back then is way completely different. Because I like to sing, like I said, like I've always been around it, so I wanted to start out rapping because that's just what I felt comfortable doing. But I knew it wasn't really different. So
Okay.
once I started singing, that's like what kind of took me over the edge and made me like different. So yeah.
So what were you learning during those early days, though? Because I've heard some of those songs. I'm not going to encourage anybody else to go search them,
No,
but
yeah. I mean, go for it. I mean, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
so,
But
what were you learning though? What were you learning about yourself, or what were you learning about what you wanted to do?
well, that was the thing. I didn't really know what I wanted to do, but what I did know is that I could do pretty much anything.
Okay,
So, so it was more just practice and just getting comfortable behind the mic and being put in situations where more people were in the room and stuff, and just building that confidence because as like more people are in the room, you'll find yourself being in places where you have opportunities, and it's going to be a lot of people in the room. You can't be shy. So
Right.
just being around those people will just kind of open me up a little more.
So you started recently showing off your stuff on social media. What has that done for you? What have you been? What's your strategy been for that, and what has it done for you?
It's definitely been able to network more. Obviously, I was able to meet you uh, again. And a lot of artists, a lot of artists from Orange County, like my hometown and other places, hit me up and stuff. And I feel like I don't know, cause like I'm still trying to get over that it's just for fun phase. Like I'm trying to actually uh, really take it serious and be taken serious as an artist. But I'm also a perfectionist, so that's why I haven't really dropped much. But I feel like I've showcased what I can do. So just
Well,
because of social media, though.
right. So you do a lot of the flips or a lot of the open beat, open verse challenges and things like that. What is that? What does that allow for you to do when you do those, or how's the response been for those?
They've actually been really good. I just started those like maybe what I think it was like 2 weeks ago. I think I
Hmm.
started doing the open verses, but I just had a baby 6 weeks ago, so that's why it's kind of hard to balance, having two kids, especially and a newborn, and being able to kind of stay consistent. But as far as those are just fun. It's cool to like just mesh with other people, see how you sound with other artists, and who knows, maybe somebody will notice. You know,
Yeah. So to me, I think that they allow you to showcase your versatility as an artist.
right?
You get to hop on a lot of different things that sometimes I wouldn't even imagine you getting on. But then once you get on, it sounds like I think one of the little white girls. I was like, I didn't even think that you would even sound right on this.
Uh,
But then the beat dropped, and you just kind of killed that. So what do you plan to get out of that? Is it just for social media for people to share for you, or is it honing your craft, or what are you hoping to get out of those?
well, first of all, I want to be like, besides being like mainstream artists, because they got underground, mainstream, whatever. I'm just trying to be like a commercial artist. So I want to show that I can get on. That's I'm showing my versatility, but yeah, just I want to be like a commercial brand. That's eventually. So I feel like in order to do that, you got to show like you got to hop on stuff with people who are part of those, consider those, commercial brands. So, and that's like my strategy is to show like I can keep up with the best of them. Just gotta work on my image a little bit. But like I said, doing the whole parenting thing is kind of hard to balance because you don't want to overdo the image to where it's like pretend. And I kind of want to stay grounded, but who knows? Some people don't feel like being grounded is enough. But whatever, let the music do the talking.
Well, to me, that was one of the things that I found kind of interesting about your artist journey is that I felt like you started at least where your Instagram starts for me. It starts off with you trying to show people that you can be an artist. Like you can look
Yeah.
the part, you can fit in any role as an artist. But then it seems like at a certain point you kind of took a turn and you were like, you know what, I'm just gonna show people me on an everyday basis. So what does showing people you as a UPS driver or you cooking or things like that with your family, things like that, what do those feel more natural to you, or is it just about just a different way of showing people who you are?
Well, is I feel like it's just real, like one, but two, a lot of it, like where that turn took, where you're starting to like talk about was like my dad contracted this autoimmune disease called GBS, and it's called short for Guillain-Barré syndrome, and pretty much it just shuts down your whole body. So this is like right when COVID was like starting to like 2 years ago, and it pretty much paralyzed him. Like shut his whole body down. He had to be put on a ventilator. And like once like seeing that and stuff, especially with him being so young, that's when I kind of just said I don't really care. Like I'm a regular dude. Just trying to chase a dream like everybody else, you know. But like, I'm not just your typical, like, I don't know, like, just to kind of show like there's talented. You never know who you may encounter. Just because I'm a UPS driver, you know, per se, like, doesn't mean I have other passions or other something. Like, so I want to encourage people who feel like, man, this is all I got, like, to do something else. And as far as the cooking, same thing. Like, I like to cook, so it's like whatever journey, whatever avenues can both, you know, come from each other, I'll take it. You know, and with social media, I feel like that's what it's used for.
So pretty much you're saying like, well, first of all, I'm sorry to hear about your father. That's
Oh no, no, it's all good. He's walking, you know. So
all right. Well, good to hear that though. But you're saying pretty much if you get on as the celebrity chef, or if you get on as a guy who's making music, either way you get on, you're gonna take it from there. Pretty much what you're saying,
yeah,
right? Okay.
yeah.
So then, what are your hobbies outside of music, man? Besides cooking, what are your hobbies outside of music?
Music. I mean, besides work is really music and just being a dad and enjoying. Because I feel like these are the best years right now. So being a dad, that's my hobbies right now. Because right now my daughter's 5, she's about to be 6. So seeing her like develop interest, because I remember being 6. So like seeing her develop interest and stuff, and actually being able to be there and like cherish it with it. I feel like to me like that's what matters.
Okay, so are you a type of person who's just gonna let the journey go where it goes, and you're focused on fatherhood first, or is it a thing of if I hustle this hard that it helps with me being able to provide as a parent, or how do you balance those two things, man?
Well, that's the hardest part I'm trying to balance. Because first and foremost, it's always gonna be fatherhood first, but it's just hard to balance that. You know, like I know what I have to do, which is just pretty much you have to go full speed, and I do have to sacrifice those times, but at the same time, it's kind of hard to be that selfish, and that's where it's like really difficult.
Well, so you're balancing this, and you said you're making an album. What's the process of that like? Are you just dedicating certain days to it? You just taking it as it comes, or how are you going about the recording process? And then what are your plans for promoting and getting it out there, man?
I mean, I try to just do like at least 30 minutes a day, because I
Okay.
mean, luck. Like I mean, I know I can say that is one of the talents I have is I'm able to come up with stuff pretty quickly. So
Do you do your own production and recording?
as far as I just record and then I'll send it over to an engineer now because I moved from California, so kind of it's like a little more difficult. But I mean, I have a lot of songs that I've already like recorded, so I've been just kind of shuffling through, touching up here and there, recording new songs, but seeing which, trying to, work out a budget for promotion, merchandise, stuff like that. It's all it's a lot to think about when you want to do it the right way. That's the part. Like it's just doing it the right way.
And that's kind of what these interviews are for, is that as an artist, especially dope artists, um, you have to present yourself at a certain standard, or at
Right.
least you want to. And
Yeah.
so
Exactly.
it comes a thing of how do I balance life with my goals and my standards, and it's very difficult. And a lot of people fall along the way. A lot of people get discouraged. A lot of people have dope talent but never make it. And so I'm just here to encourage people. You're not alone. Everybody says the
Yeah.
same thing, man. You just got to keep going. You do have a lot of talent, and you do create very easily. So it's not as if you're gonna have a problem with the creation process. The rest of it is gonna be challenging. You got the social media stuff going for yourself, so you can lean on that as well. But I think you got what it takes. So, what do you think your goals are for your music in the future, man?
Well, I mean, like I said, I feel like I hang with the best ones. So once I actually, do I put in the groundwork. It's more than just internet. You gotta actually put in the groundwork. I mean, once I put in the groundwork, get heard, I wanna. I feel like I have a career. My goal is to have a career of at least 7 years. You
Okay.
know,
Okay.
7 years,
You want to do
and
like
just
tours in the United
yeah.
States or overseas, all that?
I'd love to. I'd love to start in Europe.
Okay.
Who knows now how stuff is, but before I wanted to, start in Europe because you can be killing in Europe and just chilling over here. But wherever God leads me, wherever He takes me, I'm just here, just doing what I feel like I'm called to do, and that's just make music. At the end of the day, I just want my music to be heard. I don't really care what comes with it. I just want it to be heard because I feel like I'm not talking about bullshit. It's like, you know, quality stuff. So like on the open verses and stuff, that's different. But like my actual stuff is actually, substance. So
So what are some of the things that are important to you to talk about in your music, man?
well, my wife, obviously, she's a lot of what my songs are about. But also just the grind and staying consistent and just manifestation. It might sound like I'm talking about what I got, but really I'm just trying to, because words are very powerful. So I'm really just speaking on like what I see my life being.
Okay. So what are you trying to get off on this album? Is there something that you want people to take away from it, or is there something that you want your have a consistent theme on it, or anything like that, or what's coming from this album, man?
Just I feel good, just refreshing. I just want like it's just refreshing from everything that's out right now. I just want people to just be like,
More,
damn, he's like, uh, I don't know. Like I just because like when I listen to my music, I just feel good. So
is it more
like I'm not.
singing, more rapping? What type of vibe is it?
It's more singing, more singing, but like yeah, it's more singing. It's definitely more singing, but I don't know. It's just like I said. Like remember, like earlier, I said I'm still at that point where I'm still like having fun, but I'm trying to. So like I don't really have like a mission statement from like this album or anything. It's just what you take from it, what you take from it. Good music speaks for itself.
Okay, man. So, is there anything else you want to get across? Anything else anybody else you want to shout out? Anybody who helped you along the journey?
Man, there's too many names, but I just want to shout out everybody who helped me on the journey because, without them who's been supporting me since day one, honestly, wouldn't be doing it still. Even if you told me, oh, you need to work up on it a little more, I still took that advice, and I still kept it going. So there's everybody who's been along the way. People who follow me now, the new followers to come, like, just shout out to everybody, especially my family, though. My wife for holding it down, my two kids, Anaya, Braylon, my mom, my dad. But other than that, it is what it is.
All right, sir. Well, it's been good talking to you. We'll look out for you. You
Yes,
got some
sir.
videos coming soon?
No videos yet. I'm gonna
Okay.
be when I get back to Cali in July. I'm gonna be shooting some, so I'll definitely keep y'all in the loop.
Okay. Well, we'll be looking out for that. Good talking to you, sir. Thanks for
Yes,
coming
sir.
by, bro.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.